Welcome to the Shadow Secretary of State, Ian Murray.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. And I hope you'll allow me to pay tribute to everyone who's commemorating International Workers' Memorial Day today, and also to wish the Secretary of State a very happy Ed Balls Day, which is also landing on today. Mr Speaker, on the Andrew Marr show on Sunday, the First Minister admitted that there has been no analysis done on the impact of incomes from separation. That's wages, livelihoods and, of course, pensions. It follows a long list during this election campaign where the SNP has avoided answering questions on currency, EU accession, jobs, deficit, debt, public spending, the parallels with Brexit and, of course, the spectacle of senior SNP MSPs saying last week that a border with England would be desirable because it would create jobs. A rare, honest admission about a border with our largest trading partner. And 2 days in a row, respective think tanks have warned that leaving the UK and giving up our share of UK resources means supercharged austerity. Surely one of the strongest positive cases for the Union is the reality of separation. So can I ask the Secretary of State, if proponents of separation continue to refuse to answer critical questions that fundamentally impact people's livelihoods, incomes and futures, what can be done to inject some much-needed honesty and integrity and truth into this debate for the benefit of all Scots?
So stay.
Well, Mr Speaker, I absolutely agree with the honourable gentleman that independence would have a whole series of negative consequences for the people of Scotland, not just on their pension and benefits, but around currency, around borders issues, armed services. The list is endless. And there's been no assessment done of those things, as I said earlier. This is the time we should be coming together for COVID recovery, to rebuild our economy, not even considering an irresponsible independence referendum. And I would very much welcome his and other political parties if they showed a willingness to come together to work on how we can strengthen our union. I'd welcome that.
Ian Murray.
As Anas Sarwar has said throughout this campaign, we need to unite the country to deal with the global pandemic. Talking of honesty, integrity and truth, can the Secretary of State take this opportunity to apologise on behalf of the Prime Minister for his "let the bodies pile high" comment when so many have lost loved ones due to COVID, over 800 deaths in my city of Edinburgh alone? And while he is apologising, perhaps he can tell us, if the Prime Minister has nothing to hide, who funded the refurbishment of Downing Street flat? And does he think that endemic sleaze in his government, with continual questions about the personal conduct and integrity of the PM, strengthens or weakens the Union?
Secretary of State.
Well, I mean, what I say to him on the bodies remark is that in every conversation I've had with the Prime Minister in the last year, his desire at all levels has been to save lives and protect the NHS. And I have, in many conversations, both in Cabinet committees, Cabinet and in private, I have no recollection of him being anything other than totally focused on saving lives and protecting the NHS. And he's been entirely focused on this pandemic, his pandemic all the way through. He hasn't been distracted, as others have, the nationalist Nicola Sturgeon admitting she took her eye off the ball. He hasn't taken his eye off the ball. He's been focused on the pandemic. He's tackled vaccines in the programme, and he now wants to lead our economic recovery. And those are the things that we should hold him to account for. Those are the things that strengthen the United Kingdom.